He said it. Dead to we premonition. But a blessing in disguise. 2005 summer. Oh, summer between 11th grade and 12th grade. Not 12th braid. I never had braids. I was only 2 years away from being bald at that point. Man, this is a... It looks like the summer of 2005 from like a digital standpoint.
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
FK in the T, Zach. Pretty gross. It's Francis York Morgan. Accent on the R.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carré, sounds like French to me.
Very astute.
What does it mean?
I'm the chef, David.
Ah.
If you want to know about
beautiful
the town,
language.
you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
David Jawara, chef.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
Really shouldn't have brought it up in the first
You say
place.
so. Still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid.
A murder in a small town in the American South? Never thought I'd see the day.
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Yo,
Say the
Gucci
killer
frames.
used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice if you ask me.
Thought only amateur chefs talk about things that
Actually,
aren't food,
Chef
David.
if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI.
You ought to be asking the
I only
murderer.
heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
What do you know about the victim?
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
I got a question for you, Chef David. What are those? Are you seeing his shoes, dude?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
There's gotta be a better camera angle for this.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex.
Uh-oh.
Should have had a dragonfly on it. Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seat.
Can you come closer, please, sir?
They own most of the land around here, from the sugar plantations right down to the food processing plant. Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know? They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
In return, they only ask for rent every single month. Where's the Clarksons' house?
What do you know about the Clarksons' house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you. you best steer clear of that place. That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power.
Look at those cuffs. Such powerful cuffs.
Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days.
Alexander Hamilton?
Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson.
P.J.
He's
Clarkson.
the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters. And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all.
That would do it, yeah.
So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe or nothing. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you, kind sir. What's the local law enforcement doing?
Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
Shoot, mister, what you think?
Honestly, do not know.
Now, I told you this ain't no city.
The cops investigate a murder? Are you crazy?
They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed you off. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart. And when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's the deep south for you.
You've mentioned that before.
This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way. Like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
Unless they watch TV.
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief.
Great movies.
Right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans.
What about Girls Trip?
They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism. Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
What's your point?
Cat people. That's my point. Cat People. 1982, directed by Paul Schrader.
He's got me on this one.
The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s.
She read
The most vital
Sonia?
element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards. Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers.
That old song and dance.
I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all. Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of cat people for myself.
Anthrocon 2005?
That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
Okay.
I got a lot of stirring to be doing, mister. I'll be making my way back down to the kitchen
Another
now.
vital element of cat people is the presence of Malcolm McDowell.
From Clockwork Orange.
Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder.
Come on, you're gonna hit me with the Blue Thunder instead of a Clockwork Orange for Malcolm McDowell?
Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie.
Excuse me, Francis York Morgan. It's one of the most critically revered films of all time. Stanley Kubrick.
His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder.
That's highly debatable.
Period. You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
Whatever you say, mister. So, what's your point again?
Isn't Blue Thunder that movie with Kate Bosworth where 3 ladies go surfing?
Never mind, don't worry about it. I already covered all the important parts.
It was a bizarre murder?
When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister. Why do you look so excited, huh?
I'm eating a whole lobster for breakfast. You expect me to be reserved?
Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes, but folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of...
Is where I drew some blood.
An altar?
Like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Voodoo?
Nah,
Duvu.
wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces. Scattered around the altar like.
Oh, just forgot about that little detail.
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered us said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
How can I get around town?
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen the car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
This
That's
is
a very
America.
good question. Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Huh?
It's really La Nanas restaurant. It's the pineapple restaurant.
But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night.
Really, anytime you're not in your
You're
car.
buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent.
If you're not willing to accept the responsibility of a stolen car, stay on your local police force.
In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here.
While you were on your way down here?
But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
I do.
Not really,
Okay.
but I'll listen if you want me to.
The script mandates I stand
Then please
here.
do. After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible.
Okay, but Houston and New Orleans are not on the West Coast.
Especially in California.
Oh, maybe I got something wrong. I apologize.
Now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
You got a
A
Prius.
hybrid car.
You one of them liberals, mister?
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars. Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century.
Can you imagine what things are going to be like in 2020, David?
Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity.
But at what cost?
Who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley.
Purchased using some kind of digital coin.
I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter. 1984, directed by Nick Castle.
He's upped his game.
It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs. It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself.
Well, what do you want to be? A cat person or a mech?
Especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, yeah, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner.
I'm sorry, can we move back a bit? I think I got lost in some of the details.
Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10.
Is this going to be on the final exam?
I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished.
Maybe it self-drove to somewhere less insufferable.
Sure. Someone stole it. And in its place, they left me this.
What?
A board of longitude?
A skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into
Why would you ever describe it like that?
someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden
I
board.
was busy sliding my lunch into my stomach.
Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised?
Well, we're an island, mister.
No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But By the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks.
Of course.
It was a journey of self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today. Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Lise Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans.
Right, yes.
We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah, but not for making a Clockwork Orange, the idiot.
Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach.
Yes. Beautiful scene.
The searing light. These scents. It's the deep south. That was a fabulous breakfast. You're the world's greatest chef.
That's why I didn't eat a single bite.
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single bite.
Well, the tea was to die for.
I still don't know how to model the food being
But
eaten.
I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Incredible. A+, S rank. We are an hour and a half in, roughly, and I have not interacted essentially at all, which I honestly think is for the best. Return to York's room and review the case. Quests updated. Madam? Can we speak? Kate McKinnon? What is this, dude? What is this bread? Oh my god. Pizza. Oh no, no, no. Can we speak? Can I speak to you? The song is a bop. There's no doubt about that. He is, dude, I don't even want to talk about it. He's like anime ripped. Hello, fellow Baldy. Okay, well. Just give it a second. It's just working it through. Chad door opening. You can do it. You can do it. Oh! What are you... It is staggering that this is a new game in 2020. Hello, sir? Can we speak? Or are you just kind of having a nervous breakdown here? Alright. That's not my room. It's also not my room. It's not my room. Ah, there it is. Now this is a classic bop.
San Rouge. We've been chasing it all over America, but I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now.
Did you run those coordinates by the Board of Longitude?
I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase. Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much. This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stain's from Miami.
What stain?
Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two. Even with the help of the drugs. A feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor.
It's truly incredible.
Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
He cut his own torso into.
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
Evidence organization start. St. Rouge.
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana, and Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow.
Lise Clarkson.
The
Oh my
16-year-old
God.
girl who was murdered. Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar.
P.J. Clarkson.
The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare. And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
It's just that easy.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on
What
our
did
way
you
here.
stop to see? 2005? It's probably White Chicks.
The Island.
Oh, directed by...
2005, directed
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Michael Bay.
You know, it's got Scarlett Johansson. Is it Ewan McGregor?
For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic. An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi.
In some ways.
That director's going to change the history of art house films.
I've always said that about Michael Bay. Famous for directing Transformers.
Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did.
Aged like milk.
This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history.
Oh, God.
Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
Can't walk 10 feet without someone talking your ear off about the 2005 Michael Bay movie, The Island. Just let me open the door. We don't need 10 screens to tell me that I can open the door, okay? Just give me a second here. You can use the toolbox to store items and then take them back out later. You can only hold so many items on your person at once. Okay. Oh my God. I mean, might as well take some food with us. Sleeping bag. Use this to camp outside. It's cheap so it breaks easily. Anti-numb. Yeah, sure. I'll take a cup of coffee here. Box of rubber bullets. Whatever you say. What else we got here?
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach. And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for?
I don't know, maybe the mirror wasn't from the Super
It's
Nintendo
proof
era?
that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
You can use the closet to change clothes. Stylish brown suit. Beautiful. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, fine.
Due to the nature of our work, we've had to stay at hotels all over America. But Zach, do you know what I hate most about living out of a hotel? Shower pressure.
He's not wrong.
The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water, correct? Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak water pressure.
I've always said this is one of the biggest problems facing America in the 21st
It's
century.
an outrage. And I'll keep tooting my horn about this every chance I get, believe you me.
And also, why don't they standardize the knobs so that every shower knob looks and behaves the same way, instead of some of them requiring you tilt it, then you pull the tab, and then it comes out. Some of them the hot's on the left, some of them the cold's on the left. Some of them have 2 tabs, some of them have one big circular dial. Some of them you gotta pull out the thing and then turn it. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. I'm with them on this one. Irish Spring, green, green, green. What the hell? This is just in my room? Why are you wearing tap dancing shoes, man? Get out of here.
Hey there, Chef. What's cooking?
Chef, what are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
Chef and the concierge are the same person.
I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that Le Carre is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
You know, at your leisure.
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain.
If you don't mind, now I will be
Le
doing the
Carre
explaining.
means square in French.
Ah. And?
That's it.
That's it?
Yes, that's it, sir.
The square.
Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Delightful.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David.
It's David the
Not a
concierge.
twin, not a split personality. Just the work of a true professional.
It's 2 different dudes. I
It's
don't know why you're being
bizarre,
weird
but
about it.
I can understand it. Remember what they say. The job makes the man.
Two quests down already. Check out the old map of Le Carre inside the hotel lobby. Oh, I've been sucked into a loading screen. That's Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. In the green picture, that's Sheldon Cooper.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel.
Yeah, it's a Marriott. They got lots of them.
Zach,
Dunka
can you see
dunka.
him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him.
That's a GIF. Is it Juggalo?
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from
Slash?
Don't be a fool. You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hungan.
Nope. Bill. You are Bill
what?
now.
Title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Do you comprehend the Oracle?
Not sure what you're talking about, Bill.
Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Felton maidens, in the shrine of hunger, find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it.
That's it?
But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the Oracle.
It's the old guy from Knives Out.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece.
Yeah, maybe eat
And
something.
after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
He's talking about handcuffs. He's going to arrest the truth. You guys doing okay? What do you got going on today? You working on your novel? Typing on an invisible keyboard? What are you doing there, man? Somebody break both of your hands? Are you... It's John Travolta. It's John Travolta preparing for a new role as the world's fastest typist. Such dedication to his craft, Zach. What are you wearing? My word. What are you wearing? What on earth is this? Explain yourself.